and check out Kenny Thomas. Drives to the hoop and throws it down on Antonio Davis. Take another look at the strong rim-rattling dunk from Thomas. He gets the World Sports
by hosting Allen Iverson and the Philadelphia 76ers. Lee Nalen hits the tough jumper, 2 of his 27. Hornets out by 3. But then class was in session, and the teacher, Iverson, taking Baron Davis to the hoop there. Then Iverson in the second half hits a couple more. 33 for Iverson on this night. Sixers up by a half dozen. Hornets came back in the fourth. Aaron McKee, 2 of his 22 points. Sixers back out in front by 1. And Baron Davis. Turnaround jumper is off. Iverson picks up the rebound. Eric Snow finishes it off. Philadelphia, they've won 3 in a row. 93-88 the count in this one. And here's the night in the NBA as World Sport goes to break. Absence, Jordan returns to the United Center on Saturday with the Washington Wizards. His team, which beat the Bulls earlier in the season, need a win now to snap a 4-game losing streak. But all the world wants to know how MJ feels about going back to his longtime NBA home.
My man from France still here too.
France TV. Michael.
Oh, have mercy.
Michael, today is Friday. Here we are. Here we are. You coming back home to Chicago.
I'm coming back home to Chicago. I mean, it's we lost 4 games in a row. Obviously, we're going there to try to win the game, stop the bleeding a little bit, and you know, I'm pretty sure everybody's going to make a big thing about me going back to Chicago. I'm not going to make it a big thing. And just going in and trying to get a win. I mean, sure, I've had some memories there, still there actually, and you know, emotionally, I'm pretty sure, you know, the crowd, once the crowd start yelling, it's tough to swallow a little bit, but once the ball goes up, it's all about basketball.
On the court on Friday, road-weary Houston played in Boston. Steve Francis had a night. 26 points, 15 rebounds, 10 assists, his 4th triple-double of the season, but would it be enough? Paul Pierce did his part for the home team. 38 points for Pierce. Now less than a minute remaining. Rockets up 1. Moochie Norris wide open for the 3. Houston boosts its advantage to 4. Celtics, though, have a chance. Down 3, closing seconds of the game. Pierce puts up the desperation shot. It bounces off the rim, and the Rockets win for only the 4th time in 19 road games. Toronto was at home on Friday to New Jersey. Jason Kidd guarding Vince Carter. Carter drives past Kidd and dunks. Raptors up 43-36 at the break. Kidd trying to bring the Nets back, driving down the lane, hits the tough layup. He had 19 points, 8 assists, but the Raptors and Carter would take over. Watch Carter work top of the key, getting the floater to fall there. Carter again. This time he gives off to Jerome Williams for the lay-in and the foul. Raptors win 89-77. As World Sport heads to break basketball, Jason Kidd decides to take it to the hoop and become a creator, an artist, an innovator. The Kid throws up a prayer, and it's answered for the play of the day.
In Atlanta, where the Hawks hosted Houston, Sharif Abdur-Rahim getting knocked around, but he still gets his own rebound and dunks it home. The physical play continues. Kenny Thomas and Sharif Abdur-Rahim going at it right here, and elbows turn into punches. The 2 players going at it. Members from both teams trying to separate them. Rick Mahorn, the former NBA player, also coming in to try to separate them. Both were ejected, and the NBA should hand out some suspensions in the next days. 4th quarter, Jason Terry takes over. The dunk on the break, and then in the next possession, JT spots up and hits the 3. He had 19 as the Hawks win at home by 4. And here are all of the NBA results from Martin Luther King Day. Huge dunk on Monday night. The Raptors miss a shot right here in the first quarter, and the Celtics start the break. Kenny Anderson to Paul Pierce, who takes off. Maybe his dunk is too spectacular even for his own good. Pierce falls to the ground and has to be helped up. Check out the flight. He rolls with the punches, though, as he scores 30 points in a Boston win. and gets the World Sports.
2 points as the Sixers rode Iverson's 24-point half to victory. Iverson's block led to Speedy Claxton's layup. Then Jordan was stripped. Iverson with the layup at the other end. 91-84 the final.
3 teams to have chalked up 30 wins in the NBA so far this season came up against a determined Detroit Pistons side. The Pistons have as many defeats as they have victories, but playing at home they stamped their authority on this matchup early on. Jerry Stackhouse hustled well at both ends of the floor and managed to convert his hard work into points. Other notable performances included Clifford Robinson and John Barry. Barry's passing in the second quarter led to easy baskets for teammates. Midway through that period, the Pistons' running style was paying off and their lead ballooned to 14 points. The Timberwolves tried everything to stop them, but the luck of the roll just seemed to be on Detroit's side. Chauncey Billups stepped up for Minnesota in the third quarter to try and limit the damage and make up some of the points deficit. But Stackhouse was having an especially good night. His 40-point performance was what essentially separated these two teams. At this point, with just under 3 minutes left in the third quarter, it looked as if Detroit were cruising towards a crushing victory. But Kevin Garnett pulled off some great plays, and with 3.5 minutes left, a comeback wasn't inconceivable. Detroit managed to hold on though, Stackhouse finishing in style. The final score, Pistons 104, Timberwolves 83. Phil Sheehan, BBC News.
Finally, hosted Midwest Division rivals San Antonio. Steve Smith had it going on in the second quarter. 2 threes here, and then fakes out Andrei Kirilenko, nails another one from downtown. He had 18 points in the second quarter, 29 in the game. Third quarter, Tim Duncan shows what he can do. The drive and the huge dunk, he had 26 points. Fourth quarter, here come the Jazz. Karl Malone faces up and hits a jumper over David Robinson. 23 points, 10 rebounds for the mailman. But in the end, the Spurs just had too many weapons. Terry Porter, the veteran, fakes out another veteran, Judd Stockton, and hits the J as the Spurs win it by 4.
The NBA pulls. The home team starts the break. Wait till you see the finish. Cliff Robinson, the tremendous save while going out of bounds to Chucky Atkins, who gives off to Michael Curry for the dunk. 2 words, teamwork. Robinson, Atkins, and Curry. They're not a law firm, but they are worthy.
Led by Alonzo Mourning. The Heat opened it up 8-0 on that reverse slam. He scored 23 in the day, played some strong interior defense as well. The Nets not getting anything easy inside. Zoe rejecting Aaron Williams. What a play. Now off a scramble. Rod Strickland to the basket. The Heat held Jason Kidd in check, and they win the matinee by 13. Bolted to the Florida team last season, leaving his cousin Vince Carter to carry the load in Toronto. The Sunday matinee from Air Canada. T-Mac had another huge game, but it was Air Canada himself outshining his cousin, Carter. Making his first 6 shots, scored 15 points in the opening quarter. The Raptors would not look back. McGrady putting up some decent numbers of his own. The ball fake, the dribble drive, and the slam. Magic, though, down 19 in the second quarter. Later in the period, Carter working on this 3-point shot this season to his arsenal. And bingo. Game-high 32 for Vinsanity. Third quarter, the Magic trying to stay close. McGrady, the alley-oop slam. 27 for him in his homecoming, I guess. Keon Clark's got some good skills. Would start on many a team. Up, in, and got fouled. 106-97, a blowout in Toronto for the Raptors. In a rematch of last year's NBA Finals, the Sixers stopped the LA Lakers.
Sie mussten antreten bei den LA Clippers. Es war eine Offensivpartie vom Feinsten. Beide Teams ballerten nur so drauf aus der Entfernung. Quentin Richardson, der Topscorer mit 31 Punkten. Er versenkte 7 von 12 Dreiern. Aber auch die Dallas Mavericks nicht schlecht. 11 von 21 verwandelten sie eine Quote von 52% von der 3-Punkte-Linie. 48% die Quote bei den LA Clippers. Viele Punkte in dieser Begegnung. Ein Spiel, in dem die Defense so ein bisschen vergessen wurde. Den Shootout gewannen die Dallas Mavericks mit 133-112 dank 28 Punkten von Dirk Nowitzki. Washington mit Michael Jordan musste gegen Phoenix ran. MJ war hochmotiviert und spielte auch richtig gut. 41 Punkte von Michael Jordan, eine gute Trefferquote aus dem Feld, dazu 7 Assists, 2 Steals und 4 Rebounds. Michael Jordan, der überragende Mann in dieser Begegnung. Er führte seine Washington Wizards zum 112:102 Sieg. Da änderten auch die 25 Punkte von Stephon Marbury nichts dran. Washington also oben auf mit einer positiven Bilanz zu Saisonhalbzeit. Ich wünsche Ihnen noch eine schöne Woche.
Brian Grant in his place. Jazz built a lead early on. Russian Andrei Kirilenko cuts down the lane, scores the layup, and draws the foul. Second half more from Kirilenko. Watch him work here as Stockton finds him. He goes strong to the hoop for 2 more points. Pat Riley trying to do something to help him defense Kirilenko, who goes high for a huge block. Just a rookie playing tall in the NBA. Heat keep it close down the stretch. Eddie House with the runner. That cuts Utah's lead to 7. But the home team prevailed on this night. Byron Russell nails the 3, seals the deal with a kiss to the crowd as the Jazz send Pat Riley and company home with a loss. On to Memphis. The Grizzlies hosted the Los Angeles Clippers. Fast forward, fourth quarter. Paul Gasol with the rebound, and the Spaniard slams it home. Grizzlies lead 90-83, but the Clips make a run. Elton Brand. Watch him here go baseline for the jam. Later, Earl Boykins outlets to Darius Miles for the slam. Here come the Clippers. Brand again working for the offensive rebound. He puts it back and gets fouled. Some more from Brand. Another offensive rebound, the hoop and the foul. Brand, 26 points. In fact, his free throw tied it at 100 on to overtime, where the Grizzlies prevailed. Damon Stromal-Strift lays it in over 2 Clipper defenders, and the Grizz hold on 119-115. From the Jayhawks here in the second half, Arthur Johnson gets the ball down low and have what looks to be a wide-open dunk that clanks off the rim. Johnson suffers the embarrassment of a miss at a fall, and we call even more attention to the faux pas and make it the play of the day. Sorry about that, Arthur.